Hello again to all friends at Bingham Choral. Welcome to BBC Bingham, Episode 3. I'm talking today about what it is like to be a member of a cathedral choir. I've been at Southwell Minster for nearly 12 years and have sung so far in 2,182 services before the lockdown. It's a great privilege. The men of the choir are called lay clerks. Lay clerks is just one of the slightly eccentric names that exists in all cathedrals and especially ours. The Church of England is famous for having words for things that hover somewhere between hallowed by tradition and being eccentric in an educated sort of way. For instance, at other cathedrals, the men of the choir are called variously lay vicars, vicars choral, songmen, choral clerks, academical clerks, and the list goes on. The term lay clerks at Southwell refers to the 6 men who sing here 5 times a week. Sometimes we are augmented by another 6 men, including Stephen Cooper, who you will know has done solos for the choir several times, and these are called the auxiliary lay clerks. These 6 daily men, as we're known, rather look down on the auxiliary lay clerks, except for Mr. Cooper, who's a better singer than most of us. The director of music is known here uniquely as the rector chori, a sort of vicar of the choir. The word choir, by the way, is spelt 2 different ways at Southwell. Referring to the group of singers, it is normally spelt choir, C-H-O-I-R, but if referring to the part of the building that we sing in, then it's the choir, Q-U-I-R-E. The choir sings in 2 lots of choir stalls facing each other. Again, these have traditional names. The singers on my side, the left if you are standing under the organ arch and facing the altar, are called decani, and those on the other side are called cantoris. In most cathedrals, these 2 sides are the other way round, but we have this as a local peculiarity. Only Carlisle and Durham are the same way round as us. It's all to do with which side the dean's seat is on. Decani means the dean's side. The singers on decani are, by the way, generally the higher voices in the choir. I, for instance, am quite a high bass and my low notes are a bit rubbish. Jeremy Pemberton, my opposite number on the cantoris side, is a very low bass, about the lowest I've ever met. He has several notes lower than I can manage, but peters out at the top end just above middle C. Luckily, we have one whole voice between us. Another local peculiarity is that we always sing Abraham rather than Abraham. And as this word comes in the Magnificat, which is part of every evensong and thus part of 80% of our services, we men often get caught out if we go to sing somewhere else and approach that word. No one knows why we sing it differently here, but it's always been like that, and I dare say it always will be. Let's have a listen to the cathedral choir before we go any further. Here's a jolly piece called Sing We Merrily by Sidney Campbell, 1909 to 1974, organist of various places including Canterbury Cathedral. Switch me off and click on the first sound link to hear the Campbell, then click on video 2 to come back to me.